Ever wondered how to make serious money selling things that are unique to your area only? I am talking about items that are rare, exclusive, and in insane demand. These are things that collectors, fans, and ex-locals will pay top dollar for because they cannot just walk into a store and buy them. If you have been stuck selling the same shit from thrift stores over and over again, competing against thousands of other resellers listing the exact same items, it's time to stop wasting time going in circles. The wheels on the bus don't have to go round and round. I had to. The key to stand out and making higher profits is tapping into local niche markets selling what other people cannot easily get on their hands. In this video, I will break down exactly how selling unique local items can give you an edge in the reselling game. We will cover why niche items sell for premium prices, how one guy made millions flipping Buc-ee's merchandise, the gold mine that is authentic Mexican goods, and why Austin's hipster vintage and music culture creates massive resale opportunities. And of course, how to price, how to list, how to ship these niche finds for maximum profit. And why? Because Resellutions gives you real solutions. So why does selling local niche items work? Selling unique local items is not about slapping a rare label on something and hoping for the best. It works because scarcity creates demand. If an item is only sold in a certain region, people outside that area will pay extra to get it. That means less competition and bigger profits for you. Collectors, tourists, and ex-locals will shell out serious money for items that connect them to a specific place or culture. Texans who move out of the state miss Buc-ee's, and people who grew up in Mexico still want traditional goods they can't find easily in the US. Austin hipsters will pay out the ass for limited run band tees, vintage store finds, and quirky local brand merch. Unlike generic thrift flips, these types of items do not have thousands of competing listings, driving prices way down. The race to the bottom is at the very least much slower here. When you sell something that is truly hard to find, you set the price and people pay it.
Before he keeps going, if you found value in this info so far, give this video a like, share this with anyone that needs to see it, and subscribe to the channel for more.
Thank you very much for that, Bruce. Now, let's get into some of the best local niche items you can start flipping today. First, let me share a story of a guy that made millions of dollars selling nothing but Buc-ee's merchandise. If you live in Texas, you know that Buc-ee's is a goddamn cult. It's not just a freaking gas station. It is a Texas-sized tourist attraction with clean-ass bathrooms, a shitload of gas pumps, and an entire store filled with branded merch, snacks, and weird collectible items. People love Buc-ee's, and if they do not live near one, they will pay to get their fix. One guy, Koerner, realized this and made millions selling Buc-ee's products online. He started small with about $1,500, buying about 650 snack items. He paid a photographer, built the website texassnacks.com, and started banking. When he saw how crazy the demand was, he went all in. He built an entire business around selling Buc-ee's goods on his own website, offering everything from branded coffee mugs to holiday-themed Buc-ee's items. Since Buc-ee's does not sell online, he became the go-to reseller for diehard fans. He eventually talked to the Buc-ee's legal team, and they loved the idea, and they came to a mutually beneficial agreement. Obviously, he ain't the guy. He's the damn beaver. But how do you profit from Buc-ee's without getting sued? Before I lay it out, I have to say that I'm not a lawyer and this is not legal advice. Please contact your own legal counsel for more information. The information I'm about to relate to you can be found online with a simple Google search. All references will be posted in the description below, along with the story of Koerner. Buc-ee's, if you're watching, I'm just trying to help you expand to more areas of the country without all the overhead. I love and admire your brand, and we all wish you continued success. First, the reason you're able to resell copyright merch is because of the first Sale Doctrine, upfront clarity about your affiliation with the brand, and because you paid standard retail price. If you can do all these things, you're good to go. You can read more on it in the description below. Second, the trick to being profitable with Buc-ee's merch is to sell small, lightweight items that Buc-ee's fans love but cannot easily get. Items like beaver nuggets, branded keychains, stickers, seasonal t-shirts, and plush toys are always in demand and super easy to ship. Buc-ee's releases limited edition shirts and tumblers for different holidays as well. And collectors will pay up for past designs. eBay and Etsy are your best bets for reselling these items since Buc-ee's does not sell online. Now let's shift gears a bit and talk about making bank with Mexican merchandise. Authentic one. Since we are right near the border, we have an insane access to get real Mexican goods that people across the US desperately want but cannot find locally. Ex-locals and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for high quality Talavera pottery, handmade leather goods, embroidered textiles, and religious items. Day of the Dead collectibles explode in value leading up to October and November. Catholic merchandise like Our Lady of Guadalupe statues, rosaries, and decorative crosses are incredibly popular on Etsy and eBay. To source these items, hit up local mercados and small artisan shops. Many vendors will actually cut you bulk deals if you buy multiple pieces. Now, as a pro tip, if you take a trip across the border like I do, you can find these items dirt cheap compared to the US resale prices. The best part, most of these don't have barcodes, so Amazon resellers are not competing with you. You can always look into creating your own UPCs at gs1us.org and start your very own line of products. I myself do that already for those of you that are wondering. Word of caution though, when doing business across countries, be sure to check amount restrictions, importation rules, and other info at cbp.gov. Now let's talk about Austin, Texas, the hipster, vintage, and music resale jackpot. Austin is packed with vintage lovers, indie music fans, and hipsters who love anything unique. If you are sourcing in Austin, you are sitting on a reselling goldmine, as some of you have seen during my What Sold videos. Vintage band tees from Austin's legendary music scene are huge sellers. Limited edition South by Southwest and Austin City Limits merch has collectors constantly hunting for rare pieces. Small local brands often have dedicated cult followings, and if you find vintage or discounted merch from these brands, you can charge a big premium. To find the best Austin niche items, start by thrifting on South Congress Avenue, which has some of the most unique indie and vintage stores in the entire state. Check out local music shops since they sometimes stock limited edition posters, vinyls, and other merch that fans will definitely pay for. Austin Goodwill bins and boutique thrift stores are full of quirky, high-end finds as well. The trick is knowing what sells and sniping valuable pieces before they disappear. Finally, let's discuss how to price, list, and sell your local niche finds. Once you have your items, you need to price them right and list them where the buyers actually are. eBay is the best platform for Buc-ee's merchandise and vintage Austin items, while Etsy is ideal for handmade Mexican goods. Facebook Marketplace can also work, especially for selling in bulk to local buyers, for those of you that are buying bigger. Check sold listings on eBay to see what your item is actually selling for though. Don't just guess. Refer to all of the times I've talked about sell-through rates and doing your research. In fact, I'm going to link a couple of videos down below as a refresh to all of you. If there are only a few listings, you can price high and let the buyers actually come to you. People will pay a premium for hard to find items, so do not undercut yourself. Your listing title and description should include keywords that help buyers find your item properly and quickly. Use properly and sparingly phrases like rare Buc-ee's plush, authentic Talavera pottery, or limited edition South by Southwest shirt can be very useful. The more specific you are, the better your listing will always perform. Selling local niche items is one of the best ways to stand out in reselling and make more money with less competition. Now, before we wrap up, let me provide one example of a niche product that is definitely not local to Texas and was given to me by a loyal, much appreciated viewer and Posse member of Resellutions.
Boats, what's up, buddy?
This right here is an unbranded lobster buoy from Maine. Emphasis on the word unbranded because of legal issues, just FYI. This was hand painted by a local woman, Boat's wife, with my personal brand. It's got my logo, it's got my catchphrase, motivational reference, and even my much loved segment, Who Be Talking Shit. Looks insanely beautiful and very thoughtful. It's items like these that you could capitalize on from your own area. So let me ask you, what is your local buoy? Now let's recap. Buc-ee's merch has a cult following, authentic Mexican goods are in demand, and Austin's hipster, vintage, and music culture creates huge resale opportunities. There's money to be made everywhere other than selling the same boring shit that everyone else is. So get to it and find a niche near you. And that's it, everybody. To continue supporting the channel, you can check out the motivational products in the store below. You can grab a Reselloupe to add value to the photos you're already taking. Better photos means better sales, plain and simple. You can become a member of the Resellutions Posse for less than gas station coffee to get exclusive content, early access to videos, shout outs, and more. As always, give this video a like, share this with anyone that needs to see it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already so you don't miss awesome videos like this. See you in the next one. Peace. And cheers, everybody. Woohoo! Got me a beer today. Hey, with this video, really what I was trying to do is, I know that reselling gets boring. I know that some of you are having trouble because you look at, well, I only have Tommy Bahama, which is super saturated. I can only find Levi's, which is also very saturated. And the price is getting driven down all the time. You need to stop complaining or feeling bad that you can't find these items that you see on all these channels that everybody else has access to. You need to instead look at what is local to you, what is special about your area. Find something that you can sell, build a business around it, and trust me, it does work. In fact, I used to sell a lot of Talavera pottery from Mexico. I mean, a shitload. Eventually, I stopped doing it because I didn't want to ship it. Sometimes it's a pain in the ass because it's all, it's breakable. But I did make good money. I was selling birdhouses, I was selling plates, I was selling a bunch of other stuff. To this day, if you guys go to my store, you can also find Catholic crosses that I get. They're made of pewter from Mexico, and I sell those too. I sell a bunch of different Mexican items, and I know that some of you are not near Mexico. I get it. I'm here in Texas, and I'm about 4.5 hours away. But that's not the point. There's always something special around you. You just need to find what that is. You need to identify it. You need to build a business around it, and then you need to just do it. Just sell it. Oof, before we get started, and a 1 and a 2 and a... What's up, Bruce? How you doing? Who the fuck moved the light?